Calling at Apache Camping Center today, we have the 26 FKBS from Flagstaff. It is going to be a front kitchen, the larger brother of the 25 FKBS, which we actually have a walkthrough linked down below if you want to check that out. It is going to be a little bit smaller. This is just shy of 7,000 pounds and just shy of 30 feet overall. So it is going to be a little bit larger truck that you're going to have to pull, but will still fit in right at almost the limit on a lot of different campsites. So it gets you the most space that you'd be able to get into the most campsites. Now, the front kitchen does give you a little bit different storage layout. On the front, you do have the half pass through or maybe the quarter pass through, but you still have a little bit of room to fit stuff in there to be able to get in and out. You do have slam latches all around. That is a really nice addition, especially when the twist latches just spin and spin and spin. You can see this large awning over the entire face of it. So if you do have your campsite set up, you do get that complete coverage there. Dual entry, they are hard steps going up into the inside, giving you a lot of comfort and stability going in and out of your trailer. A little bit wider step than you'd see on a lot of different trailers. Dual axle or tandem axle on there. That is going to be nitrogen filled and tire pressure sensor monitor on there, as well as Goodyear tires on there standard. This railing right here does give you a connection for your prep table. One on the back does give you a connection for your complimentary griddle, and that griddle does have a propane connection, quick connect down below. You'll see those are automatic jacks there. Those are push button jacks. They don't level, but you can just push a button. They'll go down and get you nice and sturdy for your camping. This right here is going to be your hot and cold shower tap. Below that, that is for those jacks and your fresh water tank fill. Behind here, you have your city water. You got your cable satellite connections on either side. Then you have your antifreeze insert and your tank flush. Tank flush, really nice, so you don't have to throw a hose down the tank in the toilet to be able to flush everything out. You just hook it up there. Keeps it a little bit cleaner when you're cleaning up after a camping trip. Nice big bumper on the back. You do have your spare tire mounted on there and a nice 2-inch receiver. So if you got your e-bikes, you can always throw them on there. Nice ladder up to the top. That is a fully walkable roof. It is domed a little bit to shed a little bit of that material. The frameless glass windows. That does allow these to be open while it's raining out, and you can get a lot of the cross ventilation while it is pouring down rain. On the slide, the mechanism itself is going to be a rack and pinion, so it is a little bit more sturdy on there to go in and out. And then on the outside, this is a fully bonded fiberglass exterior composite walls, so there's no wood in there. It's just a fiberglass laminated against a plastic composite, up against a block foam core, and then onto a plastic composite again on the inside. So again, no wood on there. It reduces the amount of ability to rot, mold, deteriorate when it's going through different types of weather or if any water were to happen to get in there. Now, this is going to be the only other area for storage on here. This is actually underneath the bed. And one of the nice things about Flagstaff is they frame. It's different than a lot of other trailer companies in that they frame out their bed and their dinettes with aluminum. Every other trailer company is really using wood to do that. So this is going to be a lot sturdier construction on some of the furniture in there that's going to get used the most. But lots of storage space in here really compensates for the no pass-through up front. Again, slam latches on there. Really nice to have throughout. So let's bring it back around front. You can see the nice molded fiberglass front cap on there, taking a lot of the brunt going down the road. Larger propane tanks. I believe that's 60 pounds overall on the propane tanks. And then you have dual batteries up front as well as the power jack. So let's jump inside this 26 FKBS and see why that layout is so nice to have. On the front entry here, what I think skips on a lot of different trailers is just the ability to come in and throw your jacket in someplace. Now this does have the trays in here. You can pull them out, and they do have the hangers up top. You also have a spot to put your shoes. You can kick off your shoes when you come into your trailer, just like you'd come into a house. That is just a nice surprise right off the bat. If we come around the corner here, this is where it really starts to open up. So you got your full front kitchen up here. If you like to cook, this is probably going to be the trailer for you. You've got lots of prep space, lots of storage up top. We can open up all this, take a look through. Those are all the goodies that you get. Pots, pans, dishes, baking utensils, pastry utensils. Lots of really nicely thought out storage in here. And these drawers are actually, I believe, new for 2025. So that's kind of neat to see. Underneath the sink, this is actually going to meet up to the pass-through there. So if you had things that you wanted to throw in, maybe if you even had groceries that you were quickly throwing in, you could throw them in right there and then grab them out later. Now you do have a single basin sink right here. You have an outlet up front. Now this does have an 1800 watt inverter as well as 200 watt solar standard. So running those 110 outlets on either side of the kitchen here, not a problem. Now you do have a 3-burner stove. The oven on here, you probably got about 5 inches from top to the grate, and then about a foot from front to back to be able to fit something in there to cook. Knife rack on the back of that stove there, and no actual spot underneath for pots and pans. That actually is the intake for the furnace. Now the fridges, I believe they've gone through so many different types of fridges over the years. This is a Magic Chef 12 volt. They have moved specifically to the 12 volt, but you do have a dual opening side Magic Chef. So I always like to make sure that it is definitely closed before I open it from either side. But pull it open from that side, close it up, pull it open from this side. Nice and neat. So that makes it easy. So if you're coming through the door, you want to grab something, you can just open it up from there. If you want to grab something while you're cooking, you can open it up from there. Now, this is the first time I've seen this on a trailer, is that they actually have a chest freezer. So the theory always is that colder air sinks, hotter air rises. So if you have a chest freezer, the colder air is going to sit in that chest freezer area longer when it's open. So it's keeping it cooler while you're rummaging around and using it. So if we swing around here, this is all of the seating area. You've got a facing dinette that does fold down into a bed. It's about a 6-foot span from end to end. That does fit me if I'm sitting in there diagonally, or if I'm laying in there diagonally. I am 6'5", so on the taller side. And then you have these really comfortable Millersburg Collection theater seats. They both recline. They've got the charger in the middle. You've also got a nice little storage area in the middle as well. But these have gotten really comfortable over the years. Reading lights up overhead with USB charger on there. Nice to have. And then maybe your library up top of reading material for the road. Now what's really nice is they are set up very well to switch around or swap around. And now you can see that the TV placement as well as the fireplace placement, if you want that ambiance, it does also kick out heat as well. You can have one or the other or both on. The TV placement is actually really nice to have. That does swing around, but you're not cranking your neck way over to the side or really reaching to see that TV. There are blackout curtains all around. So if you do like to take a nap in the middle of the day, you can get it pretty nice and dark in here. This is a split, so you don't have to go through the bathroom to get to the back. You don't have to go outside of the trailer if someone's in the bathroom. Well, let's take a peek in the bathroom and see how big that really is. It does give you a lot of space in here. And for being a little bit of a corner bathroom, it gives you quite a bit of space. This is going to be a shower miser system. So that little blue tab in there, you flip this switch down. That'll circulate the water. And then once this turns red, you flip it up. Now you have water running through your shower head, and you are able to take a shower with warm water without wasting your water on board. A little bit of interesting storage here because this wall is at an angle. It does go down like a triangle, but you might be able to fit a couple towels in there as well as down below. Toilet in the corner does give you enough space for your feet and knees on there. And then underneath the sink, you've got some storage on there as well. And then we move into the bedroom. Now this is one of my favorite parts about this trailer, is that the rear bed is on a slide. That is a full queen size bed on a slide but look how much floor space there is around the bottom of this bed. So being able to walk around and operate in the bedroom is no longer a pain in the tuchus. You've got some room to operate in your bedroom. That is fantastic, especially if someone's getting up earlier than the other. You've got space to move. You can be a little bit quieter. You even have this huge deep wardrobe to be able to put all of your clothes in all the way through. And then down below, you have your drawers as well. And not only that, underneath the bed, you've got drawers underneath here. So tons of storage all throughout. And if we lift up the bed here, you can see this is where that aluminum framing comes in, but also it goes back into that, what makes up for the pass-through. So that is exterior storage out the back. As far as heating and cooling, the heating is ducted. This is insulated and ducted underneath. There are 12-volt heat pads on all the tanks under here. Keeps it nice and toasty. In the winter months, if you are taking it up skiing, it's going to serve you quite well. But you also have ducted AC. So if you are going on trips that are going into hotter climates, you have the ability to keep it quite cool inside of here too. This is the 26 FKBS by Flagstaff. It is probably one of my favorite designs because it comes in just under 30 feet, just about 7,000 pounds. So it fits a lot of different vehicles, but also fits a lot of different campsites. And if you notice here, if we take a look back and we just look at where the slides are. So right there, slide right here, all the way across. So you're almost doubling the size of this trailer. And to feel like you're not in a tube anymore is actually a really nice feeling when you're out camping. It's a lot more cabin feel. It's a lot more of a tiny home feel. It gives you a lot more of a home feel rather than you're staying in a tube. So the 26 FKBS from Flagstaff, you can always download the brochure link below, or you can get in contact with us at apachecamping.com.